cards out and then line it all out, and then you guys
Okay.
go to the
I am just gonna like
Thank you.
start this
I had a
here.
feeling.
I'm gonna start this here temporarily for the recording because I've given up on the stream.
Yeah.
We're technically 7 minutes into a stream, but this is effectively like Minerva Podcast episode 22 because the stream is unreliable as an archive, so I'm restarting without restarting the show 7 minutes late. So this is where the recording is the first 7 minutes are gone. I'm sorry, but yeah, we're talking about Jaffe's Kool-Aid and all 60 pounds of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should like make it into a sandbox or something, because that's enough like powder. You can make like a little sandbox and like little sand castles and all sorts of things.
I'll make little
It'd be fun.
Kool-Aid angels in it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's kind of like how my story of
Scrooge
candy went.
McDuck style.
Oh, it's back.
It's like, Beast, why are you
Yeah.
getting 400 pieces of candy? I'm like, well, I'm it's cheaper that way. What are you talking to me about?
Yeah. Buy it in
Yeah.
bulk.
I haven't
Buy in
purchased
bulk,
candy
guys.
in like 7 months. I'm good. I'm good.
Can I ask what Kool-Aid is? I don't actually know what it is.
All right, Iron.
It's
Well, it's been fun
powder-
talking to you.
Powdered drink mix. You just mix it with water and sugar to make
Yeah.
flavored,
Iron,
you know,
give me
it
your
comes with the
address and
sugar.
I will mail it to you.
purple drink, red
I
drink.
don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think that probably costs a lot of money. The
Mm-mm.
pandemic thing.
Nope.
No expense is too
It
great.
might take a while because of the pandemic. But so like the Kool-Aid, if you're not getting a whole fuck ton of it, it's a concentrated powder. And
Yeah.
so like when I sent it to Bixie, I literally put it in an Easter card.
What is an Easter card?
Mm-hmm. It's a card.
It's a
Oh,
new-
card.
Easter.
It's called for Easter, surprisingly.
Oh, is that when you send it? Oh my god, that makes sense.
I know.
Have you kept up the routine? Did anything happen this Easter?
No, I thought about it,
No.
but
No.
everything was so crazy.
I mean,
Hmm. You know, I
Wait.
find it amusing. The one time we get 3 guests or 3 hosts, whatever, with the Minerva shirt, Big
Yeah.
doesn't have his.
Mm-hmm.
Where did it go? How do you lose a shirt?
It's okay. Zach.
I told you, I'm just not sure. I think it ended up in the dirty laundry, even though it wasn't dirty. I
Hmm.
really don't know.
Yeah, I suppose that's how that happens, you know. Boy, this is
I like this shirt. It's very comfortable.
A hot mess.
good, right?
It's very nice.
You got
Yeah,
the soft one, right?
I
can't
did,
buy it
and I
yet.
just washed it like yesterday, so it's all nice and fabric softened, and like the
Mhm.
lettering stuck on. So would recommends at what is it?
Merch.minerva.gg.
Merch-
Yeah,
yeah,
right up there.
yeah, that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bad at
Yeah.
the.
This is the first time in a while I've worn my I Disagree shirt. It's always been the heart, or the Minerva hoodie, or the Minerva
yeah.
shirt.
I can't
But-
buy a shirt because I'm saving it for a GPU.
Okay, Iron, you have sent me enough text-to-speech spam to fund 2 shirts. Or a hoodie.
More than that, dude. Come on. It's
So
not
what
really
he's
a check,
saying,
actually.
Iron, is stop giving him money and buy a fucking shirt.
There
Is
you
there a way
go.
to check how much I've downloaded? Donated? Let me have a look.
How many donations have you downloaded?
I've downloaded quite a few actually. All time.
Oh, do you have all these templates?
What?
All the templates for the Brian text-to-speech and like making him say crazy
I have-
things?
I have my own little program so I can test out new things to say.
Um,
That's great.
I was wondering how you did that.
Beast, I don't want to stop you in the
What
middle of
happened?
everything for this, but Puglet would be 2 G's, wouldn't it?
I don't know. There's a lot going on.
I think 1G
Alright,
is
I'll
what
fix
he
it.
deserves today.
Yeah, one G.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Iron, you can earn your second G.
I'm
There
trying
you
to
go.
think. Let me go to my PayPal and see how one second.
Oh,
See if you can see if you can buy another letter.
No, I'm genuinely curious as to how much I've given. One second.
I love your cup, Bexy.
Good cup.
Thank you.
it's very fancy. Very wintry.
You, where
Also,
do you?
Bexy, in case you're wondering, I knew that you were going to be
Mhm.
very aerial because you're always very aerial. So
Yeah.
I went with a more Vanessa look.
Mm-hmm. Really balanced it out.
So
so
cute.
as not to,
Yeah.
clash or
I went for
Vanessa is
more-
the human version of Ursula.
I went for the more blinding white person.
I
Good
wouldn't have
look.
known that, but now I know.
Iron, one of these
Yeah, I
times.
know absolutely nothing about Ursula. I hate her. Nothing.
Oh shit! Domino's refunded me. Let's go, boys.
For what?
Sorry. Well, I bought a pizza, realized it was going to take 2 hours, so I got a refund.
And the streamer didn't want it. Wait, that was you?
So here we okay. So the first one, last one I did 17th of April was $20 donation, and then that was after 3 $5 donations. So right there, that's $35.
So you could have bought a shirt.
Yeah, that sounds like a shirt.
However,
man.
Bought
but
two
you
shirts.
can't
For a
use
hoodie.
you can't do Brian text to speech when you buy a shirt. So like,
Can't argue with that logic.
You
Come
you
on,
can
dude.
do my
Oh.
you can do Minerva text to shirt though.
I found
Yeah.
another $20, so that's 75.
Can
No,
you?
65. My math's 55. I think.
What? There should be support for just like a blank
Oh
space
my
with
God.
Minerva on it, and then you can just
Okay,
write
I
in
need-
whatever you want.
I need to get a calculator.
Time to
You
calculate.
did that, Beast. You're wearing that shirt right now.
But that's different. I said it that
No.
way.
You wrote in whatever you wanted.
But
That's
not-
true.
Everybody can do that.
They well, they kind of can.
I can't. Teespring's
They
very
can,
easy
you
to
just
use.
won't get any. You just won't get
Yeah.
any pay from it.
Exactly. That's the important part. My dad's been asking. Well, I don't know. I keep talking about like the merch and how much we sell or don't, and I'm like, it's not that serious. Have you seen our designs? We're not really trying to push shirts here. I mean, the link's at the top, but I don't know. We did it almost. I mean, as usual, we did it as a joke. I mean, I was like, let me just put my Minerva on a shirt, or I disagree and crap like that.
Mhm.
And Sig and Chriselle, I think, were in an iron, maybe. I don't know. We were digging that perimeter. I don't know who all was around, but I know Sig and Chriselle were in on the conversation at least of like,
Yeah.
we should just do it. Like, you'll buy one? Like, yeah? Seriously? Yeah. I'm like,
Sorry, Kitty.
okay.
Bought two.
Yeah.
Sig, speaking of digging a perimeter, you never joined to play with Clark. He was very upset.
Because we were digging a perimeter, and that was a 4-hour project at least.
It's a very boring thing.
So I've
Riveting.
donated
You could have
$91.
taken 15
Jesus.
minutes to come talk
Wait, no,
to
no,
Clark.
wait, no, I haven't. I've donated 91
Rude.
pounds. Which
I
oh, no, it
could
is dollars,
have.
never mind.
You could
I've
have.
donated nearly $100 in the past 2 months. Would be.
That's like how many shirts?
But
Yes.
I would rather take the time when I can spend an afternoon actually playing with him and not be like 10 minutes and then be like, I gotta go and leave.
Wait,
All right.
that doesn't look like Pan. She's there.
Oh, this is
Hmm?
Naya. She's a sweetie.
Hey,
That's
no.
either very fluffy or a very large
Yeah,
cat.
she is very fluffy. She actually has diabetes, which is pretty sad.
Oh.
Oh, diabetes.
She's still a good girl, and we just gotta-
Diabetes.
yeah,
Your
it's
cat
super
doesn't
sad.
even look anything like Wilford Brimley.
I,
Whoa.
well, I mean,
Diabetes.
she's probably like long lost cousin or I don't know. She's got the jowls for it, I guess. I don't know.
She looks
I
so
can't
She's a
really
good girl,
judge.
though.
I have
Oh.
my dogs are super fat.
Dog has diabetes.
No, when we first got Naya, she was super skinny. Like she would eat literally anything we fed her. Like I think we gave her some lima beans, and she was like, "Oh, great food," and she just gobbled them down. And yeah, she was.
That's why she has diabetes now.
Diabetes.
Yeah. But yeah, she just likes all sorts of various things and
She hasn't got diabetes. She's got diabetes.
diabetes.
Yeah, diabetes. With the U.
Yeah.
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
I always thought that
Sorry.
was a joke when
Sorry.
people said that.
It is a joke,
These-
but some people
These,
didn't
did
say
you
that.
reload? Did you reload the chat thing? On
I wasn't
the
gonna
stream?
mention it. I have never ever successfully fixed the Streamlabs chat on stream before, ever. And
Wait, what did you do?
also, it has never ever broken on a podcast before today. So not
Just a
only
minute
did
ago, I
it
was sitting
break
here
on the
looking at it, and
podcast
suddenly
and
went,
not only did it not, break during the podcast for the I'm all backwards. Not only did it break for the first time on the podcast and not show the stream chat, but it actually reloaded, which has never worked for me before. So yeah, all the chat just started streaming up the podcast when YouTube got all
It's going
filled in there.
very fast.
Well, I was just catching up. Yeah, I was very excited. Iron. So I edit.
Yeah.
No, that was Han who donated the sprinkler. So I actually, part of the reason we were late today, I edited, well, the description of the stream and all of my descriptions. I finally set them up for Twitch and YouTube, and apparently Restream decided to put themselves at the very top of the description because that's most important.
Obviously.
Yeah, I took out the creator code for Fortnite. I took out all the Minecraft shit. It's just very focused on like podcasts. I even reworded the membership thing and the donation description stuff, all to be relevant to the podcast. And then I made one for Minecraft and Fortnite. And it says there that the text-to-speech alerts are off during the podcast, Han. I was lied to. I told it was TTS was enabled. Actually, as I'm saying, you were told it wasn't. So Discord's also broken. So let me just try that again.
Oh.
That's okay. I was just talking to Han. You didn't miss anything. Well, I mean, I thought that was so funny. He said the alerts were enabled. And
Dig, what are you doing?
yeah, sorry, Han. I'll replay that during the. Well,
What do you mean? What am I doing?
turn it off.
Wait, how delayed is my stream? Oh, it's right at the beginning. That'd be why I'm done. I know
Yeah.
it literally doesn't work. My stream is broken. Is it
You
not
have
live?
to go back to his page. It's a new
Mhm.
link.
Yeah, I had to reset my personal chat too. The whole stream just died. I should probably
I
tag again.
see.
Yeah, no, everything is just stacked against us today. No matter how professional I try to be. Again, the things that are going wrong for the first time aren't even my fault. It's just I did everything I could.
We have 6 guests, well, 6 people, all with face cams and all with working mics, and
Well,
we're still
I mean,
having
that's-
problems.
Before we get
Lucky
too
Mike.
far away from the question, I want to ask, Bexy, do you have any pets?
Yeah, I do. I have a bunny rabbit. He's
Mm-hmm.
in the house.
Mm-hmm.
So
Have I seen
have
this
a bunny.
rabbit?
in the house first,
I have two.
Why didn't I know
bunnies
that?
I
I
did.
don't know.
Yeah, we need to see this rabbit.
I think I might have put a picture in your thing.
I
It's
have
a
two
required
bunny
rabbit.
rabbits.
She said it's
Here's
not
the
in
thing
the
is-
house.
Oh, okay.
No. He is in the house. It's
Oh,
just
he
that
is in the house.
Yeah. But he's a rescue rabbit. He was used as dog bait, so he.
Oh.
So when you try and pick him up, he gets very upset. So I can't
Poor little guy.
like pick him up and hold him like, hey, look, friends, look at little rabbit. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't
Well-
quite provide the same sort
Yeah.
of
Used
Yeah,
as
like, here's my cat. No,
Dog
I know.
That's
it.
okay. My
quite the
dogs
same.
weigh more than I do, I'm pretty sure. So I can't like pick them up. So instead, when everyone's showing off their cats, I don't know if you've seen this, Bixie, but when everybody starts showing off their cats, I call Clark in
Yeah.
to come say hi
The
because he's
human
my
cat.
pet.
He's the closest thing to a cat in that household.
He's the closest thing to a cat in this household.
It's a
Actually, my
hypoallergenic
husband's dog is like 100 pounds, but she thinks she's a 15-pound cat. Honestly, like if you're laying down on the ground, she like tries to lay on your shoulder, but like not her head, like not in a sweet way. She tries to like sit on your shoulder like she's a cat just perching. She is very odd.
There was a hunting dog that I was shown to by my dad and his friends when they were out, well, hunting, and it was just like the dumbest dog. I mean, you could yell squirrel and point at a tree, and it would just
Yeah.
run to whatever tree you pointed at and try to climb it. A dog
That's a feature, not a bug. Though.
would try to climb the tree, and it never made any progress, and it was just so funny.
Yeah.
Feature hunker show.
No, we had this beagle named Romeo. Well, he's kind of like a beagle, kind of like mixed with like 5 other things in some sort of weird amalgamation. He had
Sure.
little
Those are
stubby
the
like
best
legs.
dogs.
Yeah, they are. But like he was stupid. Like he would run for anything. And yeah, we had to save him a couple times before he went out in the street. But he lived a good long life. So yeah, he was a very good boy. His name was Romeo,
Oh.
and I'm sure I have a picture of him somewhere. I'll probably post that later on. But yeah, he was a very good boy.
This is
Our,
hilarious.
Oh,
Well,
our
I know
cat-
some of you might know Gano, who's kind of a smaller person. And he's saying we have a couple of cats in our house, and I'm the closest thing to a cat.
Wow.
How big do you need to have of a cat? Speaking of big, I have Iron like really zoomed in on the podcast. Let me just
Yeah, why
adjust
am I
it.
so zoomed in?
Let me just show you what you're missing out on. I just want to,
You're not missing out on
Han, what funny did Clark make for you?
A giant room. Dude, now I'm so far away. I'm in the corner.
Well, then adjust your camera. You're the only one that's not dead center in their camera.
It's like a
Look at
tiny
how
little
all
head.
of us are, and look at you.
I see my big
Yeah.
forehead. That's what I'm seeing. Oh,
My
That's
Iron,
like when
move
Clark
further into
starts
the
his
corner.
virtual class and I haven't tilted the camera down yet. They're like, Clark, we can see your hair.
Oh,
Like,
there you
there
go.
go.
Look at Sharp.
How
Look at this
are-
guy.
Virtual classes going is
They're
kind of
they're
unfamiliar
going
with that
alright.
process.
Yeah.
I mean, he's only in pre-K, so his virtual class is only like 20 minutes long, which
Yeah.
is, as long as he can focus on anything besides Minecraft.
Mhm.
And so it's going pretty all right. Like I said, mostly because it's pre-K. So mostly we're just working on like him learning letters and then different like basic like nature science stuff, like basic stuff, like a butterfly goes into a chrysalis or a caterpillar goes into a chrysalis and comes out a butterfly.
Yeah, basic stuff.
So real basic stuff.
That's
And
fun.
so yeah.
What are you
So
munching on there, Beast?
it's pretty
No,
good.
I'm not kidding. I'm
What are
sorry.
you munching on, Beast?
That sounds like it's not basic, but then I was just the other day remembering that from 2nd grade, just like learning all about the bug process,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and that was just
Mhm.
surprisingly sticky in my brain.
we had the same sort of thing in 2nd grade when I went to school up in Michigan, and we had like a full little butterfly garden. And in Michigan, there's like a lot of monarch butterflies everywhere. So we went to this place called the Frederick Meyer Butterfly Garden. We went there. We had a little butterfly garden, and we had like the Hungry Hungry Caterpillar book, like fully explained to us in every sort of which way. So that was fun. And like we had the whole process explained to us. It was fun.
Thank you.
That's some of my most vivid memories from my childhood is specifically learning
Aw.
about butterflies.
Right.
Aw.
Right. But yeah, so that's what they've been working on, butterflies specifically lately. And then they work on like their counting and whatnot. The teacher has like an easel behind her that she puts stuff up on, like a portable board.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
I think it's probably easier on her too, because she doesn't have 20 kids, especially my child, because
Mhm.
Clark is like the poster child of ADD. I don't know where he could have gotten that from.
Mhm.
Anyway.
No idea.
Yeah, sure.
When his doctor asked if there was a family history of ADD or ADHD, I literally cackled like a witch. I was like, boy, is
my
there.
I think a few generations back we had someone who didn't have it. That guy was weird.
Yeah. He was normal.
Pretty much. But no,
Is
yeah,
ADD
the virtual
kind of
school thing's going.
hone in adult age?
What do you mean?
Because I feel like, I don't know, a lot of people I've met who say they have ADD seem just perfectly functional. Like when you're outside of a classroom and you're allowed to control yourself.
So
All right.
I will use myself as an example.
As I would have hoped.
As Iron sits over here and raises his hand.
Do you have a comment before I start?
Iron, jump
Iron.
in.
I have the tisms.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
The tisms.
Okay. So, with the adult ADD, like you were saying, outside of the classroom environment, blah, blah, blah. So, my ADD wasn't particularly a problem other than me being messy because I'm disorganized
Mhm.
for a very long time. But with the start of my accidental business,
Mhm.
I have a hard time focusing going through like our purchase logs and like the customer orders and like what I need to do next
More
and
mundane
whatnot.
stuff.
So I actually just for the first time since I was like 15 got back on ADD meds because I literally just couldn't get my work done because I couldn't focus. And I knew consciously that this was something that I needed to get done, but I could not focus to get it done. Like I'd
Mhm.
sit there in front of my sewing machine and I'd find myself like in the stereotypical ADD way, like literally staring at like the corner of my room. There's nothing there, but I'm just like
Mhm.
la 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 because I just can't focus.
And that's different than procrastinating.
I mean,
Yeah,
Like, it
because
really does
I
just
wasn't
pull you
doing-
away.
The
Yeah,
reason
I
I'm not
wasn't
hanging-
doing anything else.
Yeah, it's not actively putting it off. It's not knowing that you're putting it off because you're just not focused.
Yeah.
The
It
only
took
reason
me,
I'm
like-
not
Mhm.
Iron?
the only reason I'm not hanging from the ceiling by my feet is because I'm drugged up.
Oh.
Jeez.
Not drugged up, but like just on medication.
Oh.
So that's
Now,
the
just to
only reason.
indulge that for a moment, I'm curious, how do you hang from the ceiling by your feet?
No, it's just No,
Was
I
this
mean,
like
as
an
in,
episode where you yelled Spider-Man and...
So you know
Yeah.
how so you know
So-
in the have you seen Wolverine First Class? Or
No.
X-Men First Class? It's when never mind. There's a bit when he hangs from the ceiling. Anyway, no, it's just a joke. I get really hyperactive when I take my medication, and I
So
can't concentrate. And all that kind of stuff.
yeah, I'm not hyperactive. I just
Yeah,
Maybe
focus.
ADHD.
different than ADHD. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
no
told
page in mind.
at a young age that I had ADD because my grandmother had it and my father has it, and yeah, they both had it. So I was always told that I probably have it, but it just turns out I'm really good at procrastinating.
Isn't the
I
whole...
was
like,
about
really
to say it's a hard thing to diagnose. 'Cause some teachers are quick to do it just because the kid doesn't want to do his work, and there's
Yeah.
different in the behaviors between not wanting to do his work and not, especially the age. Because aren't you close to my age, Chriselle? Aren't you late
yeah, I just
20s, early
27.
30s? Yeah. Especially around the age that we are, during that time, they were handing out ADD diagnoses like it was fucking
Yeah,
candy
just like, you
on
want some candy.
Halloween.
Oh, they
Like,
did it for
you
a solid
get it,
decade there.
Get it? Yeah. That's
You don't
what
want to
I'm
stare at this
Everybody's
black
on
and white
Ritalin.
sheet of paper and do your work? ADD. ADD.
Right.
ADD.
I was diagnosed
You
with
get it.
Asperger's at the age of
You
10.
get it.
So
Well, there's a difference between the diagnosis of Asperger's and the diagnosis of.
I mean, I was diagnosed from a young age, and
Well,
I think
so-
it just really covered up that there were actually just a lot of not great teachers out there, and I probably had a lot of not great teachers that negatively
Mhm.
reinforced certain bad traits about how to get work done, and it led to me procrastinating a bunch, and I take full responsibility for
thought it
my own
was
procrastination.
Funny you being
So-
told that you probably have it. Like, isn't the idea of a disorder to be something that shows itself? Wouldn't
Well-
you be the one bringing that up?
I would say so.
Maybe
but
not for ADD,
also,
but I mean disorders in general.
yeah, I was told that, but also like I started playing with Legos at a very young age.
No, oh,
age,
that's the sign.
and
That's
it
the
was just a
sign.
thing where they were like,
I'll bet you were
"Hey,
doing it instead of
you should
homework.
be an engineer someday," and like those two things. That was my. They were like, "Oh, you should be an engineer. You have ADD," and yeah, I was told a lot of things, but they did not come to fruition.
Let's,
mean,
Well,
let's,
see,
let's,
that's
let's stop for a second here and,
Okay.
and clarify for everybody watching. We are not at all medical professionals.
Not remotely.
We cannot help you diagnose anything. We can't give you solid advice other than our personal experiences.
Yeah,
these
Just
are
to be
all
clear about this.
anecdotal experiences.
yeah.
I misspelled ADD in the chat, so I mean, there you go. Apparently, disorder
had
has
a lot
one
of-
S according to SIG. I did not check.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't type that to
I know.
correct your misspelling.
Is
You know
disorder
that,
with
right?
1 or 2 S's? I don't even
It
know.
is one. It is one S.
Is it really? Wow.
Yes.
That
mean-
started happening like I think it was high school for me, where just like 2 P's, 2 S's, that kind of stuff. I just stopped knowing harassment. I think I've misspelled it more than I've typed it right. There's like 1 R, 2 S's, and or I forget every time. It's one of the assassin. Oh my gosh, there's 4 S's in
English
that,
language
right? Like it's ridiculous.
There's 2 asses in that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's a good way to remember it. Assassin. You know, I'll never forget that again. That's it. That's all I needed. That's good right there.
It'll make an ass out of you twice.
Oh my god. You know, I had a question for Iron a while back, and I've completely lost it. Wow, that is
Oh, okay.
it's brutal. Although a nice fallback topic was Levictus in chat was very confused today because Donna was the red-haired one last time, but now there are 2 girls. They've multiplied, but then like the hair didn't match, and
Yeah.
he's trying to sort that out. I don't know if we should explain it or just let him be lost.
Just let him be lost. It's fine.
Just let him
Very
figure it out later.
If
Somebody
he
will tell
hangs
him.
on until the end of the stream, I'll do what I did last time.
Yeah.
Get all into it, yeah.
It's hot in here.
Oh, it's gonna
Stick
be
around
real
for the
surprised
fall.
next week when he shows up and I don't have any hair.
Iron, have you been doing any online schooling?
I am not in school. I work.
What? Are
Work,
you
work,
taking a
work, work.
break here, or did you stop?
What?
I thought you were.
No, I'm not. Thought I was what?
I thought you were still in college.
No. I
Oh.
finished that.
Oh, you
No.
finished.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Finished it, yeah.
Yeah.
And now I'm working.
Did you enjoy your
Until-
experience? Did you become a fuller, better artist because of it?
So
Oh.
It was
Goes
fucking
to show.
shit. It was dog shit.
If there's anything
It
I knew
was
about
like-
Iron,
How
he did
much
not need
it was
schooling.
just it was just the most unenjoyable experience. It was just constant stress, pressure, and just not like it was only 5% of what I was doing was what I actually wanted to doing. 95% was the stuff that they made us do because it was just included in the whole thing.
I feel like that's the opposite of what artistry is, especially for you. Like, it's a freedom of expression and a way for you to, you know, put your thoughts onto a page, and then to have rigid schooling and strict instruction sounds like the opposite.
Yeah.
That's just how schools are nowadays.
Like
They
I mean, I got it. I got the second highest grade I could get, which is a merit, but it's still kind of left with like they didn't really give me the skills. They kind of was like, this is how you do this now, and now we're gonna stay away from that what you actually want to do, and for the rest of the year we're gonna be teaching you programming and 3D modeling, which I have literally no interest in whatsoever. And then I think at the end of the first year I had to write a huge fucking dissertation. It's loads of fucking
A dissertation.
writing.
What
It's,
all artists love to write.
Yeah, and then
Really honing the
just loads
craft.
of- just so much research on this random shit I had no plans on doing. I knew I wanted to do it in my head, but they were like, no, you can't do that. I'm sorry.
Found you, man. Commissions.
That's frustrating.
Links NSFW commissions. It'd be
That
a
was-
hit.
Th-
Through
that's-
our
I knew-
Discord
I was-
alone. I
I
mean,
was really, I thought you were gonna bring something up like
of
that.
course I had to. I mean, he's
Um,
dabbled before. Don't let him sound so surprised.
Iron's a very good artist.
He's indulged us
mean,
a
all
couple
things
of times,
aside.
and it was marvelous every time.
I remember he and I had a lengthy conversation about drawing boobs.
No,
He
we
was
had a
stuck, and we were happy to help.
We had
We
a
were-
conversation on no. I remember very distinctly me and Rose having a conversation about the size of a woman's ass, and it was
Oh,
very
it was ass.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Okay,
It
it
was-
was
it was
some
hila-
sort
it
of
was amazing.
curvature on a woman.
It was fucking hilarious and awkward at the same time. It was amazing.
It was an experience. It was pretty funny because I was honestly trying to help him and like describe how like an ass should be illustrated.
And I was absorbing
like
it,
the
you know, but
physics of it
was
all.
just so awkward as well. Because I had not long known you, and it was
That's
right.
true.
I've met you now, and now you're showing me how to draw an ass. That's
I do
That's
recall
your
though that
first solid memory of me.
that did
sitting
dial
in
in the
Discord.
drawing. Worked out great.
Working that out.
Worked out great.
No, that was that could be a career path for you. That could work great. You have a lot of potential there.
It's a lot of good commissions from that, you know.
You know
All
what?
right, guys. All right,
'Kay.
we're not going to spend this whole podcast just having this big conversation and not including Bexy in it.
I was working towards there. Although now
Bexy.
you've roadblocked. Okay, what you got?
I would love to find out for the people about your job.
Exactly. Yeah. What do you do?
My job.
Ooh, I can't
Yes.
wait. I know
Tell us a
So-
little something about what you do.
you guys are gonna love this.
So I'm a character performer, which I suppose gets quite often labeled as a cosplayer.
hmm
The best way I can explain it to anybody who doesn't know what it is would be that it's like being a player act.
Oh no.
So
Oh,
if
boy.
you imagine when you go to Disneyland and you meet one of the characters,
Mhm.
just stood there, you know, they are working with you. They're like,
Bexy, we can't seem to get a smooth stream from you. Not
I
sure how
don't
to
do.
fix it. Oh boy. That sounds like an internet
I don't-
issue. It seems fine.
But her like video quality
sorry.
is so good.
Mhm.
Discord is
I
just
don't
having issue after
know.
issue. Yeah, I wish we
we're-
could try to sort that out. I don't have any ideas off the top of my head.
So you said character performer,
Right, yeah.
and we got that part, which is similar to
Uh,
cosplayer.
But there's a lot more acting involved from what she said.
Yeah,
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's cool.
yeah. So,
She's a
but I do it.
princess.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
I do, but I do it professionally. So this, you know, it's not like I dress
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
You don't
And
just do
then
this for your
eat
own
my
personal thing to go
table.
to conventions. Yeah.
No, no, I haven't been to a convention in years. Like, why would I want to spend loads of money?
Yeah.
Fair enough, yeah. How have you been? How's that been going from home?
So yeah,
Oh boy.
it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like in character, but
Mhm.
only if people are paying for it, because there are loads of people doing live streams in their costumes at the moment, and it's like, right, but every time I do that, I'm putting makeup on my face, which costs me money, and I'm giving my product away for free.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time per se.
Mhm.
It seems like one of those things that can like work ish online, but it's certainly something you got to be there for.
It's definitely a more of an experience to see that in person, I'm sure,
Yeah.
or to
Of
be able
course,
Yeah,
to be
you want to
involved with it in
experience.
person.
Yeah, I mean the party I did on a couple of weeks ago, it was just really strange because they were like, "Oh, hey, let's take a picture." So I'm just stood like this on the webcam while they take a picture of their kid stood next to their iPad, and it's
Oh.
Oh,
What kind
I
of
love it.
backdrop do you have for that?
I had a pink flowery one. I've got like a gold one that looks like a ballroom. It's nothing realistic looking, but it's enough to make it.
Yeah, for a kids party, I mean, I
Mhm.
imagine it does the trick. My stream is a
You
little
gotta
like
make it.
I
it
mean, we
is.
don't really use the backdrop at a party, so it's kind of
Yeah.
strange. We only use the backdrop at a party if someone's. That's like an add-on that you can do if you want to rent the backdrop to go behind your cake table or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool though.
it is a fun job. Yeah, you get to
Yeah,
literally be a
yeah.
princess.
Mhm.
You are a professional princess. I'm jealous. I'm over here doing the Cinderella part, just sewing all day.
Mm-hmm. That actually ties in. Somebody was asking. I think
And
it was
then
Zero was
running away
asking what
from, and then
Minus the
running
Art's
away
army
been
of
from
my
doing.
people.
helping out.
Making
Wait, Riz,
masks.
have you told everyone about your first encounter when you ran away from your first customer or something? Was it your first customer? Or-
Oh no,
yeah.
it wasn't my first customer. It might have. It was like a first or second customer who was doing a pickup, but it wasn't the person who I've been talking to. It was her husband came to do a pickup. So I'm super high risk, and with the COVID going on, I do contactless pickups with the mask because it's local. So I have people just come and pick up their mask.
Yeah.
And so I put it on a bag on my porch for them to come pick up their order. I was on my porch when this customer pulled up and started like walking towards me, and I was like, no, wait till I go
Stay back.
inside. No. And he was like,
yeah.
oh, okay.
Like he has to understand that is okay that you're doing that. Like
Right.
if you're high risk, like you need to stay away from people, and he needs to be like,
Even-
okay, I
Right.
get it.
Even if you're not high risk, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
like, the 6 feet rule is just a mandatory thing, or it's just a normal thing, isn't it?
Right. So I messaged his wife, and I was like, your husband probably thinks I'm an uber weirdo. I'm just high risk. I'm sorry. And she's like, it's fine. And I was like, he was looking like he was gonna call like the hospital that I was a crazy lady.
All right, that's it though. You're not getting a Disney dress. You're getting a hazmat suit. End of story.
That's too bad because I got the Disney dress.
Damn it, Rosa.
How about a Disney hazmat suit?
I looked up
Oh
hazmat
my
suits
God.
just for like a Discord conversation, and there were like literally like female models like in the whole pose and everything with their hazmat suits. I'm like, is there just like a fetch way to be doing this? I don't understand. How is
You get
this
the
a
whole
marketing
Fallout
strategy?
4 vibe.
And how
You
does it
just say
work?
fetch.
So
Yes, he
fetch.
said fetch.
Yeah.
Bringing it back to
Hell yeah.
2007.
Yeah, Han almost
I'm trying to
tattled on
make that
me for ordering the dress.
We
Wait,
should have.
how did I miss this? What dress?
That was
Oh,
a
you were
conversation Rosa and
there.
I were having about a
Mhm.
Disney dress that she really wants because they came out with 3 new ones.
Oh boy.
And
I
you know
missed
she
this
has to talk to
And
me about it because I'm supposed to help her not spend money on
And it
stuff.
has a rainbow detachable skirt. And when you detach the rainbow skirt, it's a white romper. It's so cute.
It is adorable, but
What is a
money.
romper?
It is like it's like shorts and a shirt but attached.
Yeah.
It's
like a
it's a
jumpsuit.
one-piece jumpsuit type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's shorts and this one is a halter top, so it ties around my neck.
Iron, do you know what a
Okay.
boiler suit is?
What, the ones that you wear in like GTA 5 heist?
Like a boiler suit, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
Okay.
yeah.
No,
Think
you
of
know
that
what?
with no
No.
sleeves and the shorts.
Oh,
Let me
okay,
find the
okay.
link.
It's all
I'm
one
gonna send
piece
it.
that just kind of buttons up the middle in the front.
Yeah. I see,
Explain it to
okay,
me
okay,
like
I
it's
get
in GTA.
Yeah. So what you do is you first scout out the jewelry store. Yeah,
The jewelry store.
the jewelry store.
Jewelry store.
Sounds like a fan of Judaism would open that place up.
It's Judge Judy's store.
Yeah.
Sure.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Draw me like one of your GTA girls.
Oh, fuck off.
Installs nude mod.
It's my
Yeah.
birthday, Brett.
Alright, let's see
Mhm.
what-
Yeah, Iron, there's the link.
I'm looking at it now.
It's pretty nifty.
You know, somebody
Oh,
told me that
boy.
they were introducing the Fortnite Star Wars cosmetics back into the game because of it was May the 1st. If you just saw Sig's eyes right there, just the mention of Fortnite it's not even about Fortnite. But they're
Just
releasing it
comes
back
out.
to the game because of the May the 4th be with you.
Mhm.
And I thought they were joking. They are not. They
They're not.
they actually that is the reason. They put it in their home base report on their website. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That was
Just
so
to-
funny to me.
Yeah, sick. You want a duo on Fortnite?
What?
You wanna get some Vic Roy's?
No.
I'm
Dude,
just
me
gonna-
and Sig go way back on Fortnite. We played so many times.
See, y'all don't ever get to see how disappointed I actually look when you talk about Fortnite or play Fortnite.
My
Eyes
topic
just
wasn't even
glossed.
Fortnite,
I
really.
can hear it in your voice.
I just thought that was this
Yeah,
the first
all you ever get is to hear it.
was this like the first official I don't know, have they ever done anything with May 4th? The Star Wars people?
They did the Stormtroopers ages ago, but I don't know if that's for me the 4th.
Because I think
Yeah,
like the
that's fine.
Fortnite cosmetics is the first time they've ever acknowledged that joke that I'm aware of.
Do you mean Epic as a company?
Not Epic. I'm not talking about Fortnite. I told you this. I'm talking about the Star
Okay.
Wars company. Whoever owns it, Disney now.
The Star Wars community has been acknowledging May the 4th
The
for years.
community has, but it's never been like an official thing.
Yes, it
Has it
has.
been?
Disney
company
Store.
hasn't-
This is what I was opening you up to
Everyone
jump in
who
on. I said to my
sells
knowledge.
topic.
I've been giving you the
think company
door.
isn't comprised of
It's like
people that are part of the
I-
community?
Friday.
You're talking about the community, though. I've never heard the official company do anything about it. I just thought that was
All
interesting.
the time.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yes.
once a year, but.
It does happen once a year.
Sig looks so crestfallen. Like Sig looks so crestfallen. I don't know why.
Revenge of
Like,
the
just-
Fifth.
Just talking about
I've never heard that
Fortnite
one
has
before. That's good.
Talking about Fortnite just made Sig look so sad now.
We're not talking about Fortnite. We're talking
No,
about.
but it doesn't
Yeah,
matter. The damage has already been
Keeping up
done.
with that, don't you worry.
Damage has already been done.
Fortnite was a transition. Anything beyond that is all you. I'm not even. I don't even
See that?
care.
I can hold up a banhammer and make them happen in the chat.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Oh boy. Is everybody doing that because Han said Revenge of the Fifth? Was it too much punnery?
Too much punnery. Oh, Revenge of the Sigs.
I don't
That's
know.
very clever.
No,
I thought it
I'm
was
good, Hobbs,
interesting.
Thanks.
I don't follow that stuff at all. So when I saw the skins,
Obviously.
I was literally asking, and you yelled at me like I said I knew. I was specifically. Oh boy. I don't know. I thought it was a cool thing. Oh, yeah,
I
what do you got?
didn't get a lot of sleep. I'm a little crazy.
I got 1 hour and like, well, what? Never mind. That was backwards.
I have
Iron,
no
are you
excuse.
looking? I know you get really uncomfortable when I stare
Yeah,
at you
that's
on
why I'm not
camera.
looking. Please stop. It's really, really. I got my microfiber cloth to cover my face.
Oh, is that the problem? is that Iron gets really, really bothered when you look directly into the
Yes.
camera.
I do. It really is.
Sig, stop. Sig, don't do this. Don't do this, Sig.
Like you mentioned earlier, I did it on my stream once when he was there. I say when he was there because I do it all the time when people are annoying. I'm like, I will you. And so, I got the crazy eyes. It's all right. I used to think it was a bad thing when people would be like, you have crazy eyes. And now I use that to my advantage. People fear me.
Oh, good. Yes, I always love it when people fear me.
Good to know.
Yeah, yeah, that's a
That's
quality I look for in people.
What was it?
Uh-oh. Discord really just freeze for me again. Oh my lord. Telling you guys, it is just a day. This is ridiculous.
Oh,
he's
no.
back.
Boy,
One more
Discord
into the
is
breach.
wow. Yeah, no,
Glad I'm not
What?
the only person.
just one of those days. I'm glad I'm recording
It's-
this
yeah.
because this is ridiculous.
Discord day, Bexy.
Oh boy.
I mean,
So what was the
I don't know
quote?
why it's doing it. Because
Yeah.
I never have this issue if I use Zoom or Skype or anything like that. So it must just be a thing.
Are you
Discord
on-
hates us.
Discord client, not the browser?
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't know.
on the client.
God, that is so bizarre.
We should
I'm
get a
even-
Zoom server.
No,
Ugh.
I'm on the
No, we
public
should-
test build because
Not with
it's
the
been such a problem
vulnerabilities.
for me with the regular one.
I'll never trust Zoom.
I don't want Zoom. I don't want my information sold to the
Next
Chinese.
podcast, we're just gonna mail it to each other, guys. That's what we're gonna need to do.
We're gonna
Nope.
next podcast is gonna be
Reliable.
the next podcast is gonna be via letters.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write letters. to each other.
Hey,
Carrier
there you do it.
pigeon.
Everybody,
If we could figure out how to make Google do the full grid, Google would be better.
everybody, each record 2 hours and follow the script, and then I'll stitch it together.
And then
Hangouts
Beast
will
will
not do
speak-
the grid.
Beast will splice
I
everything
know.
together to make it look less retarded. It would be good. All right.
That's why I said.
Next podcast is Ira's birthday. Oh my god, is that
Better be a guest
true?
on there, Ira.
I need to double check. It is.
We gotta
And-
make sure we sing happy birthday.
And Jaffe's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And Reese's birthday.
Jaffe's at work until Wednesday.
Aw.
Which
This
Wednesday?
Wednesday.
This Wednesday. So he'll
Perfect.
be back for next.
I'm sure he would love to do nothing more than celebrate Ira's birthday with us on the podcast.
Nothing
Ira's
more.
birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I only even know that because he's really disappointed that we started playing on Clark's server without him. And so he was like, "I'll be home Wednesday, and then I can play with him." So
I can't imagine Jaffe was that disappointed. I don't know.
no, I guess you're not in the baby
I mean,
burrito
truly.
server,
Like, I'm
but
sure he made a fuss, but like, I don't know. Jaffe's a very easy
I think you underestimate how much some of your fan base is obsessed with my child.
Probably, yeah.
That's
think you-
very strange.
I don't underestimate that at all.
Well, you're one of them, Sig.
Not
No
obsessed.
one's saying happy birthday to me either. That's not true. Alonzo in my Fortnite chat started typing out happy birthday to you, to Griffin. Specifically in chat saying it. And Griffin specifically made a big deal out of not celebrating the birthday. So you don't get to have it both ways, all right? Either you're disappointed we missed it, or you downplay it. You chose to downplay it. So,
and then got drunk.
and then got drunk, very drunk. Yeah, he in chat. That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Sorry.
You
The
don't
what
like-
story?
Something is wrong with you. Something might be wrong with me. I don't know. Kids are just like
Ira
cats
got
that
to
can
play
talk.
Minecraft with Clark for like an hour before she had to go do some schoolwork, and I think she might have temporarily died from the cute. She was in Discord with him and everything, and she just like every 30 seconds she'd just be like, "Oh!" I mean, Clark was really cute, and he like couldn't remember her name, so he kept just calling her friend. Friend, where are you?
Oh my
Friend,
god.
It was
Many years ago, my cousin's kid was probably about 3 or 4, maybe 5. I was over visiting with them, and they had never met me before. Like my
Mhm.
cousin's child had never met me before. So, I was introduced to the kid that day. And later in the day, we're all, just hanging out around the house, and I'm playing with the kid, like running around the house, playing hide and seek or tag or whatever. And I was hiding just inside the doorway of the kitchen, and the kid is in the dining room, running around the dining room table, going, "Boy, boy, boy," because she couldn't remember my name, and it was the
Yep.
cutest thing ever.
That's pretty much how it went.
Yeah.
At least she just called you a general thing. My
Yeah.
friend
Well,
Mike.
friend is good.
Yeah. My friend Mike is a major player on the server. He runs
Mhm.
the other server that we play on, the
Mhm.
modded server. And Clark keeps calling him John. We don't know any Johns.
It's a secret alias.
John, I need you. John, can you help me? Clark, his name is Mike. Are you sure?
He looks like John to me.
We literally don't even know a John.
It sounds like the
So.
same shit I would do as a kid. Like,
Yeah.
Mike, huh? No, I prefer
You look like
John.
John.
I think I like that one better.
Oh, that's your name? We're gonna
Another
go with John.
person that we're playing with has the default skin. And
Yeah.
so Clark was like, why does he look like that? Because even Clark's skin is customized.
Steve, yo.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh, he doesn't have a skin, so he just looks like Steve. So he called him Steve.
Hey, Steve.
That sounds
go.
like low-key harassment. Just calling him Steve because he couldn't get a custom skin.
Oh, Ira.
Ugh.
I want to do something for you real quick. Now that we're talking about this and I'm thinking of it. I've got a bunch of very high quality pictures of people's Minecraft skins that you might want to be able to make like I don't know, a picture book for Clark of who's who.
Oh, stream poop.
Stream
Yep.
guy.
That's a good thing I'm recording. Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be
Yeah.
uploading this separately from the stream.
Oh, it's back again already. That was quick. Holy shit.
Like
couldn't
for
predict it.
instance,
Oh.
Fuck, dude.
for instance, that's a picture of my skin that
Yeah.
you'd be able to use.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Um,
that's not a time-sensitive podcast topic. You can get
Aw.
her that another time. That is cute though. If you want to make a picture book of everybody's skins, I feel like that would be like kind of good as a reference because I haven't been playing Minecraft on our server a bit. We could even try something like that because they were doing a Although in hindsight, they were making that leaderboard you showed me of the top 15 time played, and it was amazing how even as out of touch as I am, just the 15 skins, I was like, wow, I know that one and that one and that one. Some of these I've only seen like once or twice. Like, how do I know
You've
these
seen
people?
mine plenty of times.
It's interesting
Oh.
to me how that kind of works out, because when it's somebody's skin, I mean, that's just like what you see. Was it Sig who sent that to me? Oh boy. Where did you send that, Sig? Oh, cool. Yeah, no, Discord's just completely hacked. Boy, this is just a day, isn't it? Oh my
Yeah, that thing-
goodness, this is
yeah, died
ridiculous.
again.
No, I like that idea a lot, Sig.
Yeah.
And then like plates under all of them, and
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
He's
make
super
basic,
cool.
basically make flashcards for Clark of this is so and so, that's so and so.
Oh,
Yeah.
Han wanted me to tell the story of the funny thing Clark did yesterday. So we were playing on the creative server, chilling. He threw a bunch of water and fishes into the like person thing pixel art that Han was building for him. And then he was killing those fishes. To which he was screaming, "Die fishes," but it did not sound like "die fishes." It sounded like he was screaming, "Die, bitches, die!"
language.
That's great.
So I was like, "What did you say?" I went full mom mode, of course. And he was
Where
like,
did you hear this?
I want that to be
So,
a
yeah.
thing.
and then it was funny later. he was playing, and I don't know what he did. I don't know what happened. I wasn't paying attention, but I just hear him go, "What the hell?" So he didn't say bitches. He said fishes, but he did say hell. We don't. Hell is not a bad word here.
Are you drinking that straight from the pot?
Shell.
And that is a Minecraft biome, so it's
You
Michelle,
yeah.
are you drinking coffee right out of the fucking pot?
Did you think we
was
wouldn't
one
notice?
Hell of a mug.
No, there was like a little bit left from yesterday, and I figured I'd finish.
That
it
is
up before
disgusting.
I
That is
made
very
it.
Day old pot coffee.
Yeah, waste not or whatever. I'm not picky like at all.
Clearly.
And I was, I like leftovers sometimes because I don't like wasting things. So
Do you
Oh.
when you order a pizza, and you don't finish it? Do you check the rest? Do you put the rest in the fridge and have it in the morning cold?
not in the morning because
Yes.
I normally like go to work at 4 a.m.
Oh.
So I don't eat
Same.
like until like about 2-ish or so, and then
I
at that time is
dude.
when I eat the pizza. So
I wake up
yeah.
at like 3:45 in the morning. I have to wake up at 3:41 in the morning today, which is in
Mhm.
like 5 hours. That's cool.
Jeez.
And then I usually just fucking turn on my PC and just eat food and then go to work.
Yeah.
And I would probably, I think, I ordered a pizza like a couple weeks ago, and I actually had the cold pizza for breakfast that one day.
Cold
Yeah,
I
that
love cold
It was
pizza
pretty-
any
It
time
was
of the day.
so easy. What, you just fucking take it out the fridge on a plate, done, easy clap.
I don't subscribe to the notion that certain foods are for certain times of the day. If you want
Yeah.
spaghetti for breakfast, have spaghetti for breakfast.
You do
Like,
you, boo boo.
what's
Yeah.
the difference?
Yeah.
I don't.
No, I do the same, but the people that I live with like to have food at breakfast time, so I would rather oblige that.
I know I'm talking about Clark a lot this time, but he's done a lot of funny stuff lately since he's home all the time.
Mm-hmm.
We had gotten Olive Garden takeout the other day, and he
Ooh.
got a piece of chocolate cake because last time mommy ate it all and he was sad about it. So I got him his own. And
Can relate. Oh my goodness, Discord is just not winning me over today. This is. Whew.
Come back to us.
If only you could hear
are
my
you here?
disappointment every time I lag out. It's just unreal.
Okay.
All right, so you ate all the cake.
well, yeah. So he got his own piece this time.
Mm-hmm.
That night he took a couple bites out of it, and he said, "I'm gonna save this for later," and he put it in the fridge.
Yeah.
Okay, good thing to do.
So the next morning, my husband's sitting on his computer, which is in like the kitchen grate area, and he hears Clark go in the fridge, and then Clark's just quiet, and he turns around. Clark's sitting at the table eating his cake, and we were just kind of like, he saved it for later.
It's later.
It's his cake. It's not like we had like a whole cake that he like took a slice out of. He knew that was specifically his cake, and he made the choice to save it for breakfast. And you know what? I'm okay with that. Like,
I mean, that's what I would do.
I mean,
you can't
I'm
disparage
not-
that.
I was always usually brought up so that like sugary sweet things are not for breakfast. I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I guess. I don't know. It just feels weird.
I mean, we're
America.
American. Most cereals have just as much
Yeah.
sugar as that, and then like donuts are a breakfast thing. So unless I'm gonna
Donut.
get up, donuts.
Mm.
Have you
Bexy,
ever
what's your
had
go-to?
pancakes?
Do
Oh,
you
Bexy,
not
what's
know
your
what a
go-to
donut
breakfast?
I know what a donut is, but who the hell has them for breakfast? What the fuck?
American.
I think
Whoa.
I guess it's kind of like a European thing as well.
I don't think so.
They tend to eat a lot of sweet. In the UK, we
toast.
have
Oh,
fried breakfast and stuff, and
oh yeah.
things like that. Yeah,
Fried
toast,
breakfast
eggs,
is
that
nice,
kind of
but
thing.
fried breakfast is
Mhm.
awesome, but I literally haven't happened in ages, and it's a very rare occurrence. Like, do you guys know what a fried breakfast?
Yeah, it's the full breakfast, right? Like the beans and the sausage and the toast and the eggs.
Tomato.
Honestly, that's would
Yeah,
be my
tomato.
preferred.
Tomato and mushrooms.
breakfast.
Now, traditionally, you're supposed to have black pudding, but fuck that, 'cause that's vile.
What's
You know, I've
black pudding?
always wanted
Black
the
pudding,
full
okay.
English.
Black pudding is pig's blood in oats, made into a sausage.
No,
Never
no.
mind. I didn't want to know now. That's. Ugh.
So Bixie,
you
whenever
didn't
I
wanna
come
know.
to visit you eventually, I want the full breakfast minus the black pudding.
Oh, that'd be so fun.
No,
That's
literally,
kinda
like you don't need the black pudding. You don't need the black pudding. No, I don't have. I've never had it. I've never eaten it with it because it's
Yeah.
fucking gross. Like who the fuck eats that?
Because like the tomatoes and the mushrooms and the like toast and eggs, like that always looks so good. But I'm not a morning person, so I need it for like lunch.
Oh,
always-
because we have that. We usually have this as a brunch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do brunch.
That would be a
It's
great
like
brunch.
10 or 11 a.m.
It's about that time. Yeah.
I've always treated my breakfasts and
Ro-
mornings as like a continuation from the night before.
Rosa.
Yeah.
Just a little tip. You don't have to be in Europe to eat a full English breakfast. You know that, right?
I'm lazy. And it doesn't
I mean, I
it's
can
not
just
a full,
cook all the same shit.
it's not a full English breakfast if it's not made by a full English person, okay?
Oh.
I mean,
Well, I mean,
Well,
you
Yura
realize
said
that-
she's never had a full
Consider
English
speaking
breakfast, and I was like, well,
there you
so
go.
what-
by
by your
definition.
definition, the Chinese food I get is Mexican.
Yes. Yes.
I respect the origin of the food.
Oh, do you guys know what fried bread is?
Yes,
Mm.
fried.
Oh my god. Again? Again? Unbelievable.
It was that fucking unhealthy that my heart was like, "What the fuck did you just eat?"
Yeah.
It's literally, I think it isn't just like bread fried in the bacon.
It's just
Is it
fried in
like-
grease. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds
it's-
correct.
Ew.
Oh
Top
man,
it off
no,
with
don't you? It's fucking amazing.
That I can feel the heartburn just from thinking about it.
No,
I
you
get
can.
real. Oh,
What I
fuck,
like to
no.
do-
You can
for
be.
breakfast.
You can just be in the room with someone eating it, and you can hear their arteries hardening from across the room.
What I like to do for breakfast is get some bacon, just freshly made, make that all, and then take out the bacon, and then get the eggs and fry those in the bacon grease.
Oh yes, that's
And make
appropriate.
pancakes in the remaining bacon grease.
No, I
It's
don't want
super-
bacon grease on my pancakes, but I do make bacon first and then
Yeah.
make my eggs in the bacon grease.
Wait, okay,
It's pretty
when,
good.
when you guys say pancakes,
Mhm.
what kind of pancakes? Because in the UK we have two pancakes. I know we have Scotch
Mhm.
pancakes and we have like the batter that you put in.
The batter.
The batter.
Yeah, it's the
But then when you have the batter,
And the
how thick do
pitcher.
you make them?
I like it like
Your average.
almost crepe style, but everyone else does it.
I like thick
Yeah.
pancakes that I can just dunk a whole like real maple syrup all over. So it's very good. It needs to be like floating in the maple syrup mostly for me.
Ew.
Yeah, your average pancake in America can be anywhere from as thin as a crepe up to as thick as your like pinky finger.
Like,
Mhm.
I went on holiday once in like a holiday like bloody park, whatever it's called in the UK. And they had this restaurant there, and it was like an American style pancake thing. And I ordered. Do you know what munchies are? Like the chocolates.
So
Like-
Munchies is a brand of chips out here. And so
Well-
like they have different flavors. So saying, do you know what Munchies are is kind of really broad.
What
Oh
I'm
no,
just
we
saying,
lost the
I'm
Bixie.
No, we're gonna give a
she's
PC
retarded.
restart. Be right back.
Sneezing time.
Oi, you know what? This looks really interesting without the overlay.
What?
Oh,
I get to be
Oh,
in
I'm
two
Cristo
places.
now. What
Yeah,
the
so I
there's
have-
two SIGs.
I'm
Good,
base
right?
now. Let's go.
Yay.
Look how much better it gets when I actually like give it a little bit of a
I'm
character.
still me.
It's still a
I'm
little
being
off
you.
though. We're just changing things up every time.
But the
Oh,
syrup
boy.
I'm talking about before, it's actually like real maple syrup
Everybody's
that my
different.
grandfather makes himself, and it's super good.
It's
Right out
you
of the
know,
fucking tree.
I
Oh,
like I can't do
right.
that much sugar anymore. Like I'm old, my body just goes, "What are you doing?" And I get like sick to my stomach.
Yeah, it's super sugary. That's
I
the one thing.
Yes, I got this. I ordered munchies in the UK. I think they're like basically these like square little chocolate thingies. Anyway,
Yeah.
it wasn't just them. There was just fuck ton of chocolate, and I ordered chocolate fucking pancake stack thing, and I was like, okay, I should be able to order this. It was
Sounds
there, and
amazing.
it was very big. It was like this high, like that wide, and they were like thick pancakes, and they were just. It was. I literally couldn't even eat like a fucking tenth of it. Dude. It was just so sickly and sweet, and I just felt I was literally about to throw up. It was that bad, honestly. I don't know how you guys eat that kind of stuff.
We don't.
Well,
Like, so-
Chriselle seems to.
Chriselle's
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about it, but he doesn't eat like that every day. I don't know.
Michelle's
I
cat has
know, I know.
diabetes, so if that tells
I
you
do not have
anything.
Chriselle's
So,
cat.
I have a cat that has diabetes.
Yeah,
She
it's
does like
crazy.
maple syrup though. So
He has
I like-
diabetes.
I like thin pancakes with butter and then like a little bit of raspberry preservative.
that
Why
sounds
am I
really good.
Jaffe?
I was literally about to fix that. Okay.
Because you're, I don't know.
Turn
Were you
around,
about
let's
to-
see
were
your
you- were you
giraffe.
This
about to
is the
say-
layout.
Were you about to say because I'm British?
This is the layout. This is the layout from last time we had a 5-person stream, and
What were you
Jaffe
gonna
was just
say?
there.
What
Yeah.
I'm gonna say.
And it's temporary.
You
Bexy will be right back in a
Yeah.
minute, and we'll be out of
Jaffe,
here.
but
Jaffe but British. Perfect. That's basically what I am. Perfect.
Yeah, we're
That
just
is
using this
so
for the time
perfect.
being.
Daffy but British. Yeah.
and missing the
You know
tail.
how to pronounce. You know how to pronounce iron now. Well, it's just iron.
Oh, raspberry preserve. I don't know. Is it preservatives or preserves? Whatever. It's
Different,
it's
but I forget what
jam,
the difference is.
but it's got seeds in it.
Preserves.
Preserves. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, preservatives are what you put in things to preserve them.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was
Preserves is
confusing the
yeah.
difference between preserves
what I
and
meant.
jam. One has like giant full strawberries in it, and it's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
preserves.
Yes.
I can eat that out of
That's
the jar.
why I try to use the right word.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
haven't had pancakes in Nutella, but I've eaten this whole jar of Nutella in the last like week and a half. So
Oh wow.
Wow. He's just going right at, and he's drinking. This is
And he's
amazing.
drinking.
Everybody's just pigging
Guys,
out. Might as well
why you
take a
guys-
bite
yeah,
of my
you guys-
sandwich.
You guys are so American. What the fuck?
Wash it
He's
down with some
drinking
whiskey.
coffee. Oh,
hold on, isn't
Yeah.
Nutella Australian?
No, it's not. Nutella
No.
is fucking proper American. What do you mean?
It's hazelnut spread. It's it's
How is
just-
that? You're thinking of
No.
It's funny how they
Vegemite.
tried to
Oh, I am thinking of
sell that as, like,
Vegemite.
an healthy
Whatever.
thing. Like, but
Vegemite
it's
is
not.
Vegemite is what they stole from us. We have Marmite and they stole it and called it Vegemite. And they basically eat sex trapped, and it's fucking amazing. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Vegemite and Marmite are very different.
Are
Yeah.
you sure? Because
And
I
marmalade
am
is
very
even more
absolutely
different.
sure.
marmalade tastes like that.
Marmalade is completely
I know.
outside of that.
Marmalade
I
is
just
like
thought
a
it
jam.
was there 'cause
We
it
have
was
Pixie back.
similar.
Marmalade.
Hi, welcome back. How's the computer and internet? Oh, I'm gone.
If
No,
you
I'm
guys
not.
haven't looked at
know.
Hangout, you should.
Oh boy.
Oh god, what are we missing?
Bexy, do you want to try a mic check here a little bit?
Mike, check.
Yeah.
Oh,
La 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 la.
Ah,
Is it better?
Yeah,
PC
it's synced up.
restart is
Better?
the magic
Oh.
dust.
Oh, wonderful.
Significantly better. I'm glad we did
Yeah.
that.
you've got a little bit of like
Are we
camera
speaking of-
freezing, but your like your speech is on time, so like we're good.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. I don't have to be the one who's just awkwardly sat there like,
No, before it was laggy and cutting out, and we were
Yeah.
missing big blocks of message,
Mhm.
even though it was out of sync. Not your fault, like I said. I know you're
Yeah.
stressing out, but it's
Um,
just hardware. You can't get mad at it. It's just
It is.
gonna
We're
work
on
or
the
it's
same
not.
it's just embarrassing. 'cause
No, it
it's
shouldn't
like,
be.
you
That's what I'm
know,
saying. It's just your computer being dumb, and a restart fixed it. I mean, that's exactly how it goes.
And Discord also just hates us. Like my quality on the stream is constantly poo poo. People are always like, "Is Donna streaming with the potato?" No, my camera is fantastic. My streams are fantastic. The one time that we used Google, it was fantastic. Discord, from
Hates
me
us.
to Beast,
So-
just hates me.
I have a
Okay,
no
so-
compromises.
Think about how upset you are.
hmm
Think about how upset you are, and that's how bothered Bexy is right now. So just
I know. I'm
Calm the hell down.
sympathizing. I'm gonna eat more Nutella.
Sympathizing angrily.
Somebody give me some ice cream.
hi Bexy. It's
Hello,
good. It's good that
well-
your restart fixed some things.
what I was going to ask was, why do we use Discord then? if you have issues with it? What's wrong?
Well, it's
with
got the
another
best
platform?
layout for the
Yeah.
cameras. It's the most.
Zoom
It's
is-
what we're all
Zoom is-
on.
Mhm.
It's
I
where
know
we can all
why.
communicate. We can start the group calls a lot better. Hangout doesn't lay out the images as well, and it's kind of off-site. It's not something I'm terribly familiar with, even though it is an option and it does work.
It's also
Zoom is
really only
garbage.
become an issue lately, and I
Yeah.
think that has a lot to do with more people being on the platform using it because of the quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a guess,
Right.
though.
Okay.
I'd say that's probably mostly the cause of all this.
Yeah.
But
Video quality
yeah.
aside, it usually works
Let's just
completely
blame
fine.
everything on coronavirus. Why not? It's
It's a
Yeah.
factor.
I mean, yeah. Why not?
I don't know.
Coronavirus.
I was trying to sympathize too in that, like, I have a no compromises system here that's meant to alleviate all issues, and I've been dropping out of the call, freezing. Everybody's been not working. My stream has died like 8 times.
Yeah.
And there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, I've just started recording, and everybody will see
the
this
one-
as a separate video, but.
I need to drop out because I got to go to work.
All right, you get your rest.
All right. It
Okay.
was nice talking to you.
Yeah,
Jaffe, but British.
Bye.
Bye.
Now I could
Bye.
actually go back to the other one again. Look at this. And now
All right.
Chriselle
Yeah,
is.
but-
You're doing
Alright.
time. What am I
Now
now?
it's going to be all janked up.
Well, Chriselle is Jaffe but British, and then Bexy is Chriselle. You know what I've been doing recently here? Let me. Oh look, Discord froze again. This is lovely. I'm so glad that this is happening. Let's just put Bexy down here. Yeah. Nudge it a little bit, and then we'll bring Sig into the. And we're just gonna crop him. You're gonna be alone with me for this one, you guys. All right. It's just me and you, just hanging out. Discord's being a bitch right now. Okay.
Like we
alright.
regularly try and pronounce no, but in a British accent.
You know what I was so
Nar.
ready for was me to just have that nice little
Really?
one-on-one with the stream fixing all this, and then join back and everybody be rearranged. I was so ready for it. I was so ready for it. But no, it's okay.
Yay.
One time, my grandma gave me $10 to speak in a bad British accent all day.
Only $10?
I was like 11, so $10 was like ballin'.
Mm-hmm.
That's like enough
Yeah.
gumballs from a gumball
You know how
machine.
far $10 used to get me as a kid? I would get
Think
these.
how far it got me.
I would get 2 burgers and a slushie from like the local gas station, and that was $4. So $10 was like 2.5 days of snacks. That was good
$10
deal.
was enough for me to go get Chinese food with my cousins.
I might as well grab a candy bar while I'm there.
Yeah.
$10 when I was a teenager was enough to fill up your gas tank.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I was 11. I didn't have a car. Oh, I guess this would be the same time you were a teenager.
Yeah.
This is slightly illegal, but when I was a kid in high school and such, what I would do is walk down the railroad close to our house and like pick up all those little railroad spikes, and like blacksmiths buy those a lot, and you can sell them for almost by the pound. So what I would do is just like sell those on Craigslist, and like you could get like 60 pounds of them, and that would probably be the most I could possibly carry for the
You
short
got-
distance. And yeah,
You got that far
If
without an
that's not the-
amount? How much would you make for all that?
Like it would be almost $1 per pound or so. So I would sell them for like $1 per dollar.
You could buy the next COD game. You bring them 60 pounds of that as a kid.
Yeah.
I just did what all the kids in the hood did. I sold drugs.
Oh my god.
Taking those is actually illegal in some
Yeah,
areas.
no, I know. it is.
No, FM. It's illegal in all areas.
I didn't know it
Just
when I
so
was
you
in
know.
high school. I found out after the fact. I was like, wow, I did that a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I found out because one of my friends like, hey, you shouldn't. That's illegal or whatever. And yeah, I found out after the fact.
Is there anything else you
Oh.
guys did as a kid that you didn't know was bad?
I
A
I
lot of
tried
trespassing.
Yeah.
I used to ride my bike on walking trails. Real
Oh.
rebellious.
There's a place near me that I biked down a lot as a kid, and just found out literally within the last 2 or 3 years that was like super not okay.
Yeah.
It was a good place to bike. What did you want from me?
No, we used to hide and seek throughout the neighborhood. Like not just in my yard or my couple of neighbors' yards, the whole neighborhood, and there'd be like 30 of us playing hide and seek.
Like in people's houses?
Well, no, like on people's
Don't
houses
mind
sometimes.
me. I'm just sneaking into your house right now.
But like just entering their yards, hiding in their sheds, like all kinds of shit. Like on
Dang.
top of their
That
houses
is
sometimes.
so
Yeah.
fucking sketchy.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
Wow.
we trespassed all over that neighborhood.
I feel
Yeah.
like if the neighbors got familiarized with that, it would be less of an issue, but boy, that's
It was
I mean,
also
now I'm
after twilight. Like it was after
Oh.
dark a lot of the time.
Oh,
So
That
it's
makes more
even
sense.
more of a bad thing to be doing at all.
yeah,
Mhm.
that's a good way to get shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I jumped a fence one time and was hiding in some lady's backyard, and her dog was
Why
freaking
were you
out in her
hiding in her
house.
yard?
We were playing hide and seek, and
I'll
I was
be
Oh,
right
okay, fair
yeah,
enough.
I was just hiding in her yard from my friends, and her
Mhm.
dog was inside and at the sliding glass door, just freaking out, barking. Little tiny toy sized dog. I don't remember what kind it was or whatever, but like she apparently called the cops.
Mhm.
And they weren't that far off. And I'm hiding in her yard, and I see like blue lights coming
Imagine
down the street
explaining yourself.
through her security fence that I had jumped.
I was
And
playing hide and seek, I promise.
no, well, I saw the cop car stop on the other side of the 6 foot tall security fence, like the wooden fence, and the cop like came over and looked up over the top of the fence, you know, and I was hiding behind a tree that was about this big, and I'm this big, you know. So I'm just turned sideways to this tree, hiding behind it, and the cop's like flashlight just sweeps across back and forth, and he did not see me somehow and went on about his way. And I was like, holy shit, and jumped the fence and got out of there. But yeah, I almost got in a lot of trouble for trespassing in some lady's yard.
Wow.
Excellent.
Oh, we never heard that story before.
What story? I missed the entire thing.
All right, Sig,
We're
start
not
from the
retelling
start from the beginning.
Watch the podcast.
Oh,
Yeah. Watch the fuck.
Yeah, it's only illegal when you get caught.
yeah.
No, I hid in some lady's backyard behind a tree that was much too small to hide me, and I don't know how the cop that was looking for me didn't see me.
I've had
That's
the
really all it was,
opposite. So
Kershaw.
living right next to a police station, we get a lot of like, I don't know, activity, and it's interesting because we've had a guy hiding in our neighbor's backyard and then subsequently our backyard. We had firefighters who just the other night poking through our yard looking for an Alzheimer's woman who had escaped from a housing situation.
Mhm.
They found her down in the,
Escaped.
Wandered off.
Absconded.
I don't think she was a prisoner. I don't know the whole story,
No.
but it was yeah, they found her walking down somewhere safe. It was okay.
Yeah.
I once had my bike stolen and then replaced with another bike left at our house.
I
And
remember that.
Then they replaced my bike with somebody else's bike and took that. And
They were just doing bike swaps all down the neighborhood.
what's the point of that? Is there any logic to this that you might know?
I want to take this
None.
bike, but he can have this terrible bike.
It was
It's like slightly stealing, but you get something in return.
so with the bike that we got, he was trading up. But with the bike that he replaced my bike with, it was trading down. I mean, I have a very, very nice bike, and it just, I don't get it. It was probably just mischief, but
yeah.
we turned it into the police, and they found my bike. They had turned it into the police as well, and it's cool. Everybody just turned the bikes in, and everybody got their shit back.
Shift them all back to who they belong to.
Yeah, which was
I
cool.
miss riding my bike. We used to go on big long bike rides, but now I live in North Carolina and nature tries to kill me here.
Oh,
So we
Yeah.
can't. We can't.
Mhm.
Back in California, we would go on big long. I grew up riding bike trails like 20 miles a day, just riding the bike like all day.
You ever Pokemon Go running with that?
Yeah,
Like cell
back
phones
in
were
the-
not even a thing when I was riding.
That's
Yeah.
all
was
I can think of
mad.
is when I'm out. It's like, yeah, I just got to keep that speed, fast
My
enough
bike
to get
got
somewhere, slow
stolen
enough for
in
the eggs.
college. It was sad.
Oh.
And
What?
I had like a really nice bike lock on mine. It was like a really thick U-shaped bike lock.
Mm-hmm.
They sawed through it with a hacksaw. And yeah, they just yeah.
Oh well, it's like they say,
It's very
locks,
sad.
locks only stop people who aren't gonna actually steal it.
Yeah. It keeps
Mhm.
people honest is what it is.
Yep.
Right.
Actually, the lock-picking lawyer made that video recently on a lock where the shack was so thick that it was
Yeah.
meant to stop the blade from actually penetrating. It was actually like a really thin, like, aluminum shell stopping you from actually getting to the core, and it
With
worked.
my luck, I would lose the key, and then nothing would be able to get my bike loose.
The way he described it was, with a lock like this, it would be easier to remove the bike rack. Like, it would be easier to just go through that.
It's rare when he finds one that he can't pick. It's
I've
rather,
actually seen the results of someone having not cut the lock. They just cut the bike rack and took the bike with the lock still on it. That's why they tell you whenever you lock your bike with those big U-shaped ones to lock it through the wheel and the frame
Mm-hmm.
instead of just through the frame.
yeah.
Don't talk shit about my Walkman, all right? I was bumping Spice Girls and Celine Dion as I was doing my 20-mile bike rides. Don't come for me.
This
All
was
right,
before.
you
This
thought-
was before Discman was a thing.
Right. You thought you were being funny, but I literally had a Walkman, okay? Anyways, I miss bike riding. But the bike lock thing is funny because the point you made that it keeps people honest.
Hmm.
So I used to go to Disneyland every week with my friend.
Yeah.
And so stroller thieves are like rampant in Disneyland. People steal strollers. And I had a really nice stroller. It's a Bob jogging stroller. They're like $300. And my friend had a nice stroller too. And so and you're not allowed to lock your stroller to like the fixtures around the park in case the cast members need to move them. So what I did was I bought a cheap bike lock, the ones that you like put like a word for the password.
Mhm.
And so we would lock our strollers together when we would go on rides. And it's really funny. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was thinking a word is probably a hell of a lot more secure than a number lock. 26
don't know.
combinations is a lot more than 10.
Yeah.
26 times 26 times 26 extend for the length of the word. You can get really secure. Although a word might be easier to guess than a number, so I don't know.
It's true. Like if you knew me, you'd be able to unlock it because it was something very simple if you knew me.
Right.
But anyways, so
Burrito.
The what?
Burrito.
Burrito. No. So this one time we had just gotten off this ride and I had to go do a return. I had bought a pin and it was the wrong pin. Anyways, went to do a return inside the shop and she had literally just unlocked the strollers, put the lock back in the bottom and was putting her kids in her stroller. And someone came up and tried to snatch my stroller. And she said, excuse me. And he was like, oh, this is mine. And she said, the fuck it is.
I literally just took the lock off that.
Right. And then he just disappeared into the crowd.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Well,
they're
I
not
was
gonna
like,
fight
oh,
you on
fight
it.
Jeez.
I had a kid in school. This girl left her phone behind. She went to the bathroom or something. And the kid was like, yo, spot me that iPhone 5. I was like, fuck you. It's like, what do you mean? I put it in my pocket. He was trying to grab it. I'm like, what are you just trying to... And this was the kind of kid where he was not joking. Like, he would have flipped that phone. Like, what the fuck, dude? No, so I held on to that till she got back. That was ridiculous.
What really gets me about the stroller thieves is like when you're taking a stroller at a theme park, you're not just taking a stroller. You're taking the diaper bag. You're taking like the baby's food for the whole day, the diapers, the blankets. Yeah. So,
Yeah, it's a lot more than just a bag.
Mm-hmm.
Bexy, do you have any interesting bike stories?
So I can't ride a bike. I never learned,
Oh no.
What?
which is ironic because Dad owns a cycling.
Oh no.
Oh, you cut out. You said it's ironic because
Her dad owns a cycling shop.
Because my
Oh.
dad, yeah,
How do you never?
my dad runs.
Opportunity.
Yeah, yeah. No, because my the thing is although my dad has that company, my dad left when I was very little, so my dad wasn't actually around to teach me.
Mhm.
So it's more like, yeah, he's got that company, but you know,
Yeah.
I never
Yeah,
learned.
he doesn't
I've
have
never had
you.
the interest to learn. Yeah,
Yeah.
funny because people, I've been at dinners before with my dad, and people have literally said to him, "Wow, isn't she such a disappointment to you?" And I was like,
That's
"But
terrible.
On site, I'm fighting.
Yeah,
Wow.
those are fighting words.
Those are pretty shitty people. Wow.
Yeah.
It's okay,
I-
Bixie. You come visit me. I've got an extra bicycle. It's pink.
It'd be fun to learn. Biking
you
is
can
great.
teach me."
I'll teach you. I'll hold the seat steady for you, push off like all the videos of like the parents teaching their kids, but it's me.
Yeah, I've never done it, so I've never needed to. Once I got my car, I was like, well, I'm not gonna really need to do it. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, biking is less of a
So,
necessity, more of just
yeah.
a fun thing you can do.
It's definitely fun.
I used
Um,
to ride my bike to work until I was like 21.
mhm.
And I lived in a really hilly area, but my work was mostly downhill. So I'd ride my bike to work and then I'd ride the bus back home.
There you go.
And one time this guy was like in awe of me. So I worked at the mall, I worked at Build-A-Bear Workshop. And so I was riding my bike to work and passing cars, whatever. And I get to the mall and I'm like locking my bike up. And this guy pulls up in his car and he goes, "How did you get here so fast?" And I was like, "I don't know this guy." Like,
Yeah. That's
I
a little
looked at
weird.
him like he was cuckoo bananas because that's how it was. And he was like, "I passed you on such and such street. How did you
Mhm.
get here before me?" Because he was driving. I was like,
Yeah.
"Hills?
Downhill.
Hills?"
That's funny.
And
Wow.
this was back when I still kind of had good balance. Nowadays, I could never.
Yeah, dense enough cities too. I've heard of bikes being like significantly faster than cars.
Yeah.
Like if you
In
live in New
college,
York
when I-
City, for example, a bike will get you there much faster than a car.
Yeah.
Mhm.
In college, I always liked to bring my longboard to class, and so the campus was conveniently downhill the entire way down to the buildings and all that. So I would just bike down to my classes and then just walk the rest of the way back up because there's no way you just want to try longboarding uphill the entire time.
Right.
It's not fun.
Right.
It's just constantly just kicking and kicking and kicking on the grounds. And
Mhm.
yeah, that's how you get the shin splints and such. But yeah, downhill was always fun on longboarding.
I am
And-
not coordinated enough for a longboard. I tried so hard to learn how to like skateboard back in high school. And I could skateboard, like I could get from point A to point B, but I can't do anything cool. And I wanted to
That's-
be able to do the cool stuff, but I wasn't coordinated. So
That's about where I was with longboarding. Like I could go down a hill, an
Mm-hmm.
incline, and that's it.
yeah,
So
I could go
never really
down a
tried anything
ramp. That's it.
So
I was actually at a skate park the other morning.
Mhm.
We weren't skating or anything. We were just there. No, we were playing Pokemon Go of all things at like 11:30, and we were out walking around this park, which was like far from my house. It was cool to be there at like 1 in the morning, 1:30 in the morning, and it was a cool experience. It was nice actually. The skate park was oddly satisfying to go from trails and grass to like, hard, not wood, but it was more of like a whatever we called it. Oh my god. It was like a plastic polymer or something like that. I don't know. I
I
don't
know
know
what
what the
you're talking
actual
about.
surface is. Maybe somebody knows the exact term, but it was nice. I don't know. It was a different feeling. We just walked around that a couple of times, and
Yeah. It's like made out of recycled plastic or something.
it was cool. Like 1:30 in the morning, I had to use the bathroom. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna be over here because it's dark. Nobody's whatever. And
Best
I've
time to
been-
do things.
It's just
That's how
fine.
you end up on a sex offender list.
I was thinking about that. I was like, you know what? I'll bet this is like technically illegal, but at 1 in the morning, we are the only people in sight.
It's at a park.
I know. It was like
Wiener is
technically.
out.
This actually sparked a thought when I was thinking about it, because I was like, this is legally an issue, but actually not an issue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like this falls under a technicality, but I'm doing nothing wrong. I mean, there's nobody around that gives a shit. Like both my friends couldn't care less, and it's 1:30 in the morning. There's not a soul in sight.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was an interesting little dilemma. Cause was it It's Always Sunny or something? There was some show where one of the guys technically had like a sex offender rap. I can't remember the show, but he was like exactly that. He was drunk peeing in a.
Well, because that happens. That actually happens to people is they drunk pee in parks. If it's anywhere where you could reasonably expect a child to be there, like it doesn't matter what time of day it is. If
Yeah.
it's somewhere that a
Good,
child
but I get it.
Yeah.
Because I can't reasonably expect a kid to be there at 1 a.m. I just can't.
No, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't
But that's
matter.
how they get
Yeah.
you.
The thing is, like, how they get you is like, get me for what? Draining my bladder when there's nobody around? Come on. But, you know what's funny is there was a porta potty nearby. That was a much less, I didn't want that experience.
Yeah.
I would have. It was nice that night. It was cool. Literally cool. I mean, it was cold.
Just dicks out for Harambe in the middle of this park.
Jeez.
It's amazing how society evolves. It's illegal for us to use just drain in the nature, which is completely backwards from how things started. But I don't know. That's weird to people, I guess.
I mean, yeah, it's a little bit dumb, but I wouldn't be caught doing it in any sort of rebellion against it.
I don't know. I just didn't care. It was funny. It was an afterthought where I was like, it's not that I didn't care. If there were people around, 100% I'm going to the porta potty. I'm not trying to scar some kid. But, boy, 1:30 in the morning. We had done laps. The perimeter was secured. What's so funny?
Just how you
I'm not
said that.
trying to scar some kid.
Yeah.
good.
Well, that's what you're scared of, right? It's like, oh my god, he pees too.
Jesus.
Oh, the horror.
I do have a funny story about
Sure,
going.
yeah.
What's the right verbiage here? I guess, you know what? Let's just be blunt.
Bringing a leak?
Taking a shit in the woods.
Ah. Choose your
Wow.
leaves carefully.
Huh?
Choose your leaves carefully.
Sure. That's true. Chriselle, you were Army, correct?
Oh yeah, nice. Discord's just
I was on an FTX.
Uh-huh.
We were broken up into fire teams to just practice what's it called when you read the map and go to points and whatnot.
It's land nav.
Land nav, that's the words I was looking for.
Short
We're
for
doing
land
that.
navigation.
No, I know that. I just
No,
I
I'm
haven't
just
sat-
explaining to everyone else. who doesn't know.
okay. I thought you were patronizing me and I was like, I just
No,
couldn't remember
I'm
the
not.
word. Yeah,
I'm patronizing everyone else.
land nav. So we were broken up into fire teams. So there's groups of 4 of us, right? And of course, I'm the only chick in my group. And God, do I need to use the fucking toilet? Like I needed to drop a deuce and I needed to pee. And like I was the only girl in my group, so I was like, can't do that. And
Yeah.
we've been out there all day, like since like sun up.
Mm-hmm.
And I was dying. And then we ran into another group eventually because, you know, we're literally just out in the general, we're in this big old stretch of woods.
Mm-hmm.
We're lost in the woods. We were lost in the woods. And we finally ran into this other group and we were chatting with them, and they were also a group of 4 with 1 female. And I was like, do you need to go?
Yeah.
Buddy system, let's go.
Right. And she was like, oh my God, I have to go so bad. And I was like, me too. And she's like, I gotta poo. And I was like, me too,
And that's like one of the, it's weird that they first set you up in that group, because that's like a big no-no in the army during training, is you can't be with people of the opposite gender of any sorts. And yeah, I guess in this instance
They
were
may
like,
have,
"Oh,
they may
whatever."
have changed the rules back
Yeah.
then. So you either had to have a battle buddy of the same gender or 2 battle
Yeah.
buddies of the opposite gender. And so since it was 3 and 1,
And battle
Yeah.
buddy is of course the friend that you go places with.
oh
And
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You like can't be alone at any point in time, and it's a little tedious at times.
So to be fair to them, everyone was convinced I was just like a straight up lesbian back then. So like
Only
they had
half
no
right.
problem pitting me with like the boy groups.
Yeah.
They were like, oh yeah, this dyke isn't going. Yeah, you go hang out with the dudes. Like,
Jeez. Yeah.
but yeah, so that's my fun pooping in the woods story.
Oh,
is
how
that I had
fun.
to go really, really bad. And then so, do you have to? Yeah, I gotta oh, me too. Let's and
Yeah.
then stand guard for each other as we lean up against a tree to drop a deuce in the woods.
Oh, fertilizer, you know? You're doing your part to maintain the forest.
Right.
A lot of my whole military occupational specialty was just land nav. So we were like out there for days in the woods with no sort of like buildings in sight, just
Mhm.
in Oklahoma of all places. And yeah, it was very, very long. Yeah, we hadn't like
They-
changed clothes in like a week.
Yeah.
It was not a fun
It
time.
is, I
They tell you that you found your way around from point to point to point, but what really happened was you were just lost for a week, and then they found you.
Yeah, precisely.
yeah, exactly.
They're like, "Oh yeah, good job."
No,
Did
but
I-
I love land nav. It was so fun.
You
Did
know,
I-
it wasn't terrible because we got to like sit and chit chat, and there was no like higher ups like
Yeah,
harping on us because they were at the points we had to go to. So unless we were
Yeah.
near a point, we were just like, "Oh, sup, dude!"
your own
Like,
Interesting. They give you. Did I miss the purpose? Did they just send you out without any guidance? You just have to figure
It's
it out?
training.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To
map.
learn, it's to learn to navigate
Yeah.
with using a map in the real world.
it's a map and a compass.
Oh, what better way than to just send you out? I think he's got the map.
I have an example. Where it's
Yeah.
like-
He's always got
Like,
something.
and the truth of the
Well-
matter is if you spend that week lost, they'll come find you, and then they'll do it again a couple weeks later.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you're gonna figure it out
You just
eventually. Of
have to do it again until you get it right.
Oh, that's
he's gonna
great to
go get his
practice it,
show and
though.
tell for the day.
course. Oh, well, let's stall
See,
for him.
Chriselle always has a show and tell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
While
He
he's
just has
while
some
he's
cool
looking for
stuff.
that, real quick, your show and tell. I would like to know about the mannequin behind you, the dummy. You work on
Oh.
your own costumes and stuff.
Yes, she does. She's
your job.
Yeah,
amazing.
it's my Elsa corset that's on there.
That's awesome. That's,
Can we
She's
get
you
a
know,
better
you-
view of that, or is it not finished?
Yeah, sure. I can hold on. I have to take my headphones off though. Give me one.
Okay.
The headphones match the hair. I love it.
Okay, I have won trophies, of which I've put on display because, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, here's like a little map of sorts, and it's pretty cute and stuff. And yeah, there's a little orienteering compass for
That is a cute-
orienteering.
Cute map.
This is not really like, this is more specifically about like terrain analysis type stuff, which is only part of land nav. It's less specifically related to the army, but like there's like a group called the North Texas Orienteering Association, which is super fun and nifty. But yeah, it specifically turns the whole concept of finding your way around on a map into a competition. So it was
One more note on land nav before we go back to Bixie's corset, because I do
Okay,
want to talk
great,
about the
great.
corset. Oh, but so when they send you off into the woods, they tell the same joke every time. If you get lost, shake a tree and look at the map for the one that's moving.
I heard that.
All right, I gotta go.
That's what I said every time.
That's
Don't-
funny.
There's got to be at least one guy every year who believes that. There's
Wait,
got to
wait.
be the
Yeah.
one.
It'll move.
Yeah.
Okay, course.
All right, what do we got
Okay,
here?
yeah.
Let's hope.
So this corset is what I made most recently
Mhm.
for my Elsa costume
Mhm.
because my old one was horrible.
Mhm.
So the pattern
Uh-oh. The computer's working
I made
against us again.
myself as well.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh no,
Yeah, I
Big
think
C, you're
we're-
like really, really frozen again.
And then this whole
Maybe another quick computer restart?
is
Because that seemed to
about
do it for a while.
1,500
I don't think she can hear us.
I don't know. I'll message her.
Big C, my
sequin
love.
pressed flat.
It sucks the moment we actually are like, all right, let's hear about this specifically from you. Her connection goes, nah, not gonna let you do that.
I know it hates us.
Yeah, I think another restart could be nice and easy. It'd take a minute, and then she seemed
Yeah,
good
if
for
you
about
can.
20 minutes afterwards. Is she holding up a sign?
Writing up a sign. It looks like.
Oh, I love Big C so much.
Is it going to be a BRB?
I can't
Is
wait
it
to see
gonna-
what this says.
Is it gonna be a I hate Discord?
That's great.
Accurate. Yeah.
I did get enough of that to fill in though, because I've heard about these before. 1,500 pieces handcrafted. That's
Oh, that's
Yeah.
made herself.
mm-hmm.
That's
She does
awesome.
it from scratch, if I understand correctly, sewing and everything.
I thought it was
Yeah.
just sequins, but that's super.
I
cool.
don't
Looks-
have
yeah.
the patience or the skill level for that.
Looks
I
like she's restarting again.
I just go zzz, 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 like
I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't even know.
I
Mhm.
found this super cool sewing machine that's specifically made for leather, and I've really wanted to get it for like making various leather craft stuff because I want to get like into bookbinding and like knife sheath making, all that
will-
sort of stuff. Because I like.
I will
collecting
warn
stuff.
you. I will warn you ahead of time if you do get that sewing machine. Be prepared for needles to break and fly
Yeah.
toward your face.
Ooh, okay. I will wear safety glasses and safety.
I have a friend whose father does like big deal upholstery for like boats and stuff like that, like
yeah,
heavy duty, thick
yeah, going
stuff.
through
And,
polyester. Yeah,
and just looking at his equipment is kind of scary sometimes. You're like, whoa, no. And he talked about how he accidentally like sewed through like a large portion of his hand one time and stuff like
Gross.
that. There are some horror
Ugh.
stories, so be very aware of
you
how
said for
bad that can hurt you.
bookbinding.
yeah. I wanted to
Bookbinding's
get.
usually sewed by hand because
Like hand sewn, yeah.
Mhm.
Well, this sewing machine specifically isn't like a automatic one. You like manually turn the crank for it. So you
Mm,
have
that's a
lot
whole
of
different
precision
animal.
control.
yeah.
So
Okay.
like you probably won't like really sew through your hands.
Don't
if-
jinx
You
yourself.
have to be
sir.
really intent on doing it.
yeah, unless it's like some sort of saw setup or something. I don't know.
Oh
if
my
you got,
god.
like, a horror movie going on or something.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But actually, I did hurt my hands the other day. I was working on my lathe and I pinched my hand between a ball peen hammer and a piece of angle iron. So that was super not fun.
That sounds like fun.
I recorded it happening, which I was watching the playback and I was like surprisingly calm during the whole thing. I was like, ow, that hurt a lot. And that's my only reaction to that. So,
Oh man,
yeah.
some of the scars I have when I've cut myself really bad in the kitchen or something.
Yeah.
I just the fact that I'm just as calm as I am about it really
Yeah.
really freaks out some of the people I work with when it happens or something.
Yeah.
Because like I have like stabbed myself like really bad right here at one time,
Mhm.
and like yeah, it was a complete accident, but like the depth of
Yeah.
how wide a penny is, like stabbed into my arm with the tip of a knife on
That's
accident.
So
And I was just like, that sucks. and walked over to the trash can, like holding it so I didn't bleed everywhere, you know. And my coworkers looking at me like, "What the fuck just happened here?" You know.
Probably shouldn't use this on any more food.
My
Yeah.
own blood, I will freak the fuck out. Anyone else's blood, I'm like, oh yeah,
Mhm.
no, this is fine. Like,
She says murdering several people. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. No,
How am I not
stop.
dead? How am I not dead from that? Well, it didn't bleed that much. Jesus.
Oh, are we live again?
I was about to say, did the stream
Yeah.
come back on? Nobody
Yeah,
told me.
The
been live
stream's
for a
been
while.
up, I think, for a long time, but
Bexy.
YouTube didn't
Oh,
really
welcome back.
distribute it, and I've just committed to the recording, to be completely honest.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, same.
No, I've been keeping track of the stream.
You know, I've also
Yeah.
pulled up a new version of the chat long ago, and I can see that it's been actively updating for, well, at least 15 minutes since I last saw a message, so GG on that front. Chat
There
has
you go.
been active and lively this whole time, and I've not seen
Yeah.
a word of
And
it.
I've been keeping track of it.
That's okay, yeah.
Some of us are here, according to Kova.
Yay,
Yeah.
Bixie's back. Shh, everybody,
Welcome back.
Let's see if Bixie is
Hey.
can talk to us.
Hello,
Are you
welcome
back?
back.
Oh, or is it still?
No, you're fantastic right now.
Hey. Oh, Jesus, I hate this thing. Is just against me today.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's against all of
It's
us.
against all of us.
It has not been
It
smooth.
was like, oh, you wanted to be a guest on a podcast? How
Oh.
cute.
Not
right now.
today.
Yeah.
Well, even on my end
Um,
with the stream troubles,
that-
it's like
Real quick before it goes bad again, tell us about the corset.
Okay,
yeah.
so the rectangles on this, there are like over 1,500 of them, and they are all cut by hand,
Oh
and then
my
they are
God.
layered over, with like an overlap, which is kind of difficult to show you on the camera. I'll rotate it a little bit so you can sort of see the layers. This pro 7.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
7.5.
Uh-oh.
You name it.
Yeah.
The only
Yeah.
thing I haven't done to it.
Oh boy.
Discord just hates us. It's not your fault, Bixie.
Yeah.
This is
This
this
is
is
normal.
very
It is.
disappointing that we can't hear all of this because
What
I'm
in
interested
here?
as hell.
I am
know.
interested
You're
too.
just you're just completely cutting out while mid sentence, and
Yeah.
it's just scratchy and glitchy.
So what do you do while you're laying those? Is there like a podcast or a show on in the background? Music maybe?
Yeah, I watched a couple of series because it.
Oh no.
No, it's
Mhm.
Boy, Discord is having trouble today.
not liking
Correct.
that connection.
Yep.
We really need to search for a better alternative because this
Yeah, we
is
need a
just
fallback that's-
consistently. This
Yeah.
is consistently non-functioning for us, and like that's just not okay on a regular basis.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Pixie, don't be
Not to
sad.
worry.
I love
Hey,
you.
Bexy, not to worry. It is totally not your fault. And we will have you back on, and
Yeah.
we'll make sure that we have a better platform for this.
You're not getting rid of me that easy, Bixie,
Well,
just because I'm not streaming.
We'll probably
We
need-
are interested, and we want to know about this stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
is she leaving?
You know.
Yeah, I think she's given up on it. Yeah.
No.
We'll have
I'll
to
go
figure that out
message her
another
that I love
time.
her.
100% want to have her on again.
Yeah, I
have her
love
on properly,
her.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Discord.
my wife went back to work this week, so yeah, she will probably be doing that now. But I think in the last chat she said that eventually she'll probably come back on at some point when she's got a Monday off or something. So yeah,
Mhm.
that'd be fun though
That's
if
gotta
you
be
guys
good.
wouldn't mind.
Yeah,
Well,
100%.
we
What
are
does she do
we are
again?
toward the end of the episode anyway. It may be a good time to start trying to wind it down and call it done.
You know, I've never been one to want to end these early, but if there was ever a day, it's this one.
Yeah. Today's
we're
just been really
16 minutes shy on the recording, and I kind of don't want to, especially with Bexy's situation. Like,
Yeah.
this has sucked.
Yeah.
Discord has just made every effort to make this impossible.
We'll work on a
Mhm.
better solution for next week, of course.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
I
no,
am going to.
I think that is our homework. All of us, our homework is to research better
Yeah.
I like
video
Google Hangouts, to be
conferencing.
honest. I liked it.
But
Well,
it
heck-
can't. I did like it, but I don't know if you can't really do the grid. Google Meet, you can do the grid, but that costs
Ooh.
per month. One person at least has to have a paid membership, and then you
Yeah.
can invite others to the meeting. So if
How
we
much
want
is
to,
that?
I don't know. I haven't looked super into it, but that's something that we should consider and look
Yeah.
into.
If it's
Because,
not bad,
like I
maybe.
said, Google was like, it loved me.
It looked great. It did.
Right.
kills
and
me
all
is
of us looked great. And
I've
yeah.
made no effort to hide. I watch PK a lot. I like that podcast a lot, and their
Mhm.
quality seems great. And I know they use Discord, and I don't understand why every time we've just had issues. I don't know. I haven't had clear image quality in forever, and I know
No.
that
Yeah.
Discord can support it. It is completely possible, and it has happened, but I haven't seen it. Not in a while.
Me to you and you to me specifically is never clear, Beast. Ever.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
I don't know. Yeah, it's just been tough. I think Sig's
But
looking
yeah.
up prices, but yeah,
Okay.
that can
I
work.
am.
So I think it's time to wrap up stream
Yeah.
and say goodbye, and we could talk about this off stream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Sorry,
think I
thank
drank
you
too
for-
much coffee, so sorry about
Thank
that.
you for sticking with us through all the trouble, guys.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, we'll
You
close
Oh,
it.
hold on. I gotta do my
Oh.
weekly traumatizing.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, if Levictus was wondering why the hair was so switched around,
Is it? Are they still
Very
here?
I doubt it, but if he's been lurking this whole time, this is an amazing reveal. Yeah. I'm glad I was at least able to record the majority of the show. This will be a separate clip. I'm going to unlist all the other live stream bits, and I'll leave this one public just because... I don't know.
Sig, in a couple months, you can make a GIF. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, In.
Yeah, Minerva Podcast episode 22. I'll see you guys.